The CDC is out with a warning that a salmonella outbreak is linked to small turtles. Don't kiss or snuggle your turtle. They're warning about turtles with shells less than 4 inches long.
Okay, it's an isolated incident.
You get to determine what is our pet.
Snakes, a lizard, and a crocodile were removed from a home in Beaver County, Pennsylvania.
My Lord, a snapping turtle. Wow.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tipping Scales. I am so sorry I missed last week's episode. Life, you know. I'm trying to be as consistent as I can. But let's get into today's video. I'm John. This is Tortellini. He's doing so great. Oh, and someone you haven't met yet. 1 second. This is Petey Bob. He's our painted turtle. He's only really appeared in some of the shorts. He was like the mascot on our fishing channel. So, Petey Bob. Still a baby. Okay, so before we get into the actual topic, let me just say the thumbnail is obviously a Photoshop job, right? I've got this big pimple on my nose. You don't even notice it in the thumbnail. So clearly Photoshopped. But not only that, also I'm not actually licking tortellini because that would be disgusting and I could potentially get salmonella from it. So let's talk about salmonella. Salmonella? Salmonella. I don't know how to articulate. I'm not very good with enunciations, but what I am good at is deep dive research. We got a salmonella outbreak thanks to baby turtles. It's all over the news, right? Since the beginning of August, at least. I know we're in September now. I'm running a little bit behind. But is this like some crazy thing? Do turtles actually give you salmonella? Is this some new thing to be scared about? Like all of a sudden we're all gonna get salmonella from turtles? And no. So I guess let me start with a thesis here, right? My thesis is going to be controversial, as it always is. My thesis is that turtles do not cause salmonella outbreaks. Hold on, I know, you got your science and you want to type it out. Go ahead and type it out, it's okay. I got this, trust me. So 2023 is not the first time we've heard of a salmonella outbreak from small turtles, specifically small turtles. This same headline is repeated every couple of years.
The CDC is investigating a salmonella outbreak that is linked to pet turtles.
A salmonella outbreak in 7 states is now linked to contact with small pet turtles.
Salmonella linked to pet turtles.
For the third time since 2006, public health investigators have documented a multi-state outbreak of salmonella infections linked to pet turtles.
Since the 70s, which is when the sale of turtles under the length of, I believe it's 4 inches, became illegal for the entire United States. You couldn't sell any baby turtles, and you still can't, unless it's for educational or scientific purposes, which is why you still will see them at certain reptile shows and stuff. But technically, it's not legal. There are some great people on here that I very much respect, like Dan the Turtle Man, who does sell small turtles, and a lot of other people that smell? They don't smell. That sell small turtles, who are very good people, by using that loophole. Do those people just not care about people getting salmonella? Well, let's look back at why this all happened. So in the 1970s, there was a first recorded salmonella outbreak that was linked to small turtles. Why is it small turtles and not big turtles? Do turtles carry salmonella? Yes, they do. It's in their digestive tract, just like with chickens, snakes, lizards, and all sorts of other things. Why are turtles the poster child for it, and not chickens or snakes? First of all, let's be really grateful that it's not snakes, for example, because that'd be one other reason that people would be like, we hate snakes. And be grateful that it's the cutest things that even people who don't like reptiles think these guys are adorable, because they just are adorable, you know? So we should have some gratitude about that. So back to what I was saying. Why baby turtles and not big turtles? Well, that's because a lot of people will see a baby turtle in the store and they'll be so enamored by its cuteness, and it's one of the #1 impulse pet buys is a baby turtle.
You really need it.
And they'll bring it home to their children, their small children, who like to touch things and then put their fingers in their mouths or put the things in their mouths, and that's where that outbreak comes from. So if salmonella is in the gut tract of baby turtles, why don't we hear about it as much with snakes? Well, that's because with a turtle, it's very difficult to keep their tank clean. They poop a lot. If you feed them in the same tank, same enclosure, that food breaks down and it dirties the water, and you got to have a really good filter system. You got to do half water changes all the time. It's a lot of upkeep to keep a baby turtle, or any turtle. A lot more than it is with, say, a snake, because you can just do spot cleaning and then do your big clean. With a turtle, you can't spot clean because it just goes into the water and they're swimming around in the water and the water gets contaminated, and you have to do those water changes, have to change the filter. So because of that, turtles are more likely to have it on their actual bodies than other animals that don't necessarily roll around in their poop. So where is my thesis of turtles are not causing salmonella outbreaks coming from? I'll tell you why. Because this is a chicken egg from my chickens out back. And if I were to lick this or put my fingers near my face or my mouth and not wash my hands, I would likely get salmonella. And I'm just here holding it in my hand, not touching anything else, but all the time I pull these out of the chicken coop, crack them open, cook them up, and never get salmonella. Why? See, that is chicken poop. That's chicken poop on there. That's probably got salmonella in it, right? So why am I not getting it? Well, for the same reason I have all these other animals that carry salmonella and don't get it, and that's because I wash my hands. So wash your hands. Salmonella outbreaks come from unhygienic practices, not from a specific animal. It's not the animal's fault. It's our fault for being nasty. So don't be nasty, come on. It's bound to happen from time to time. It affects some people worse than others. Obviously, children and older people are a lot more sensitive to the effects of salmonella, but I'm sure there have been plenty of times in my life where I've had it. So it affects different people different ways. So why, year in and year out, from 1970 we hear about a salmonella outbreak related to baby turtles? The answer to that is simply because it's what has been known since the 70s. And that's just the go-to that keeps coming up. They look at the statistics, and they're looking specifically at those statistics for turtle owners and salmonella. It's one of the things that has become a known source of people getting salmonella. And it does make sense for the other reasons I listed earlier about, small kids, difficulty to clean their enclosures, people impulse buying them who don't know what they're doing and their enclosures to get disgusting. So yes, absolutely, people can get salmonella from turtles and tortoises. Less so tortoises, obviously, which is kind of silly why I use Tortellini in the thumbnail, but he's just so good on camera, he just looks so good. I gotta put this egg away. I'm waving this egg around. Hold on. And I gotta wash my hands. Okay, so, can people get salmonella from pet turtles? Absolutely they can. A whole bunch of stuff carries salmonella. What causes outbreaks is people being nasty. Or kids being kids. I mean, kids are kind of just inherently nasty for a certain part of their age. I love babies, don't get me wrong, but they do some gross things. So, I don't know. I guess the moral of this video is just wash your hands. So this is just kind of a the more you know, I guess, kind of video. I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's short, it's a little bit all over the place. Trying to get back in the swing of things after taking last weekend off. And I'll tell you right now, the reason I made this video is because I wanted to make that thumbnail. That's the real reason. Because I was like, oh, that's a silly thumbnail. So I hope you enjoyed the thumbnail along with the video. And if you did, please hit that like. If you're new here, please subscribe over half watching this are not subscribed. So check that out if you can. And hit the bell, because then you won't miss anything if you want to. Remember to be kind to yourselves and each other, and even each other online, which I know is hard sometimes. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Just the cutest little salmonella pack.